Good morning and welcome to my little victory garden, where in my small backyard garden I'm trying to grow food for my multi-generational household of 5. I'm going to take you on a garden tour, but we're going to do things a little bit different today. I want to talk about some of the things I've done to save money and excuse the mess. I've been working this morning and it's gotten too hot, so I'm taking a break and we're going to film. But as we come through the gate, we can see I have this bag of coffee grounds my wife picked up at Starbucks. Our deal is that if she goes to Starbucks, she has to ask for coffee grounds for my compost. As I'm in the middle of turning said compost, it's sitting right here. When I'm done, I'll kind of throw it over the top. These grow bags, this is like half of them. I got them from a no-buy group. I'm going to gift some of these to a Take a Plant, Leave a Plant group that I was recently invited to by an old friend that I'd ran into at one of my canning classes. But I've gotten them for free. I don't need quite as many as I took. As we move over, I guess we can talk a little bit about the plants. I guess you can see them as we go along with what is hopefully eventually going to become like a perennial herb bed here. The roses, the hibiscus that I really shouldn't have planted there. I have figured out where it's going in the front yard for next spring though. Since it's an annual, it's going to die back and then I can start the seeds next spring and put them somewhere else. So this is my first thing we're going to talk about in the garden really that I have done to save money. All the pallets were free. The U-posts that I'm using to kind of hold it all together were either free or I did purchase them. They were like repurposed usually from other things in the garden that I had planted in the past. But we've got the compost going, of course, which is saving a ton of money. I've gotten so much. You see, I'm in the middle of sifting compost this morning before I got overheated. But I get chicken bedding from my friend with the chickens and throw that in there. In fact, this pallet that's going to be used to divide this into 2 sections also came from her. They'd had flooring redone and had some pallets left over. So I grabbed the one more I needed to kind of finish this off. But the compost is a mix of that, garden scraps, miscellaneous. You see we've got branches in there that really should have been cut down smaller, but we were overwhelmed with having cut down the boxwoods in the front. But the compost has done, I've just been amazed. It's kind of like magic to me at this point where you throw all this unwanted stuff in and then out comes this wonderful stuff for my garden. I've already dressed a bit. I've probably gotten like 50 gallons already because I filled them into these 2-gallon buckets or 5-gallon buckets. Sorry, the 2 came from, I spent $2 on these buckets, or at least the red one. I think the white one I acquired for free from somebody, but the red ones come from Firehouse Subs. They sell their pickle buckets. When I was buying them, they were $2. They are up to $3 now, but I think still a amazing deal, and it helps support charity. They help support our first responders. I really think that, our taxes should be covering that, but people are being a little stingy with their taxes and not willing to support our first responders adequately, so at least someone's stepping up. We've got, I've used some of this to make my own potting soil. I'll show you the bin I've got that in just a little bit. My tools, for the most part, have come from estate sales. I think that fork is the only thing that I actually purchased new. And I got that because I was wanting to dig up some bulbs, and I needed that one at that time. Go over here and you see I've got a variety of tomato cages. The ones with the coating I actually purchased, but I've been buying them as needed, replacing them, because these original ones, can you see that dragonfly? Let's see. See him? Let's see. That might be a better view of him. Anyway, isn't he adorable? Anyway, these uncoated ones were my grandfather's. I had a whole bunch of them from his yard, and they have slowly rusted out over the years. And considering he'd probably used them for 10, 20 years before I did, I think we've gotten some good use out of it. But like I said, I replaced them as needed. And then, speaking of his garden, if you see this scalloped trim that goes around my apple tree here, that came from his yard as well. My uncle just had it disassembled when he was getting ready to sell the property, I think because he didn't want to maintain all the flower beds. I didn't take it all because he had enough to go around every live oak tree he had, and he had a lot in his yard. He had a half-acre plot, and half of it was used, or a quarter of it was used just for garden, and then the other quarter he had a lovely little flower yard, play yard for us and garden for my grandmother, and she maintained all those flowers. Matter of fact, you'll see I have a hummingbird on that bird bath. That was her favorite. That was my little thing to honor her. So I've got a little bit of him and a little bit of her here. The Gifrinia I've got growing here are growing from seeds I collected from a plant I had last year. I am trying to do more seed collecting this year so that I have even fewer seeds to do. The things I'm collecting seeds on are like flowers and my melons. I've got too many varieties of peppers and tomatoes to try to collect those. And I'll probably also collect some from the okra. We head over here. Of course, I've got the rain barrel. That helps with the saving of money on the water. The rain barrel was an investment. It was like $80, I think. I've got 2 of them in the yard. I've bought them at different times, and I will continue to buy more. I have more downspouts outside the backyard that I will eventually have. Here in Texas, water conservation is rather important. But you will see the cinder blocks they're sitting on. Those were originally part of my first garden beds out here, because I needed something I could put together with little skill, and at the time we could get free compost from the city, which was wonderful for filling these 8-inch deep beds. They stopped doing that, I believe, due to vandalism of the fences around it, which made me a little sad. You'll see the little paving stones throughout the yard. Those were all free. I acquired them from a wife's coworker that wanted them gone, and we have repurposed them in various places. You'll see them throughout the yard. My pots have either been acquired through no-buy groups or clearances. So, moving on. Oh, you'll notice we finally got a picnic table. I've been wanting one for years out here, a place to kind of work and enjoy a meal, and since we grill occasionally when it's not obscenely hot, which it really hasn't been this year. We've had a few days that I was just like, oh my gosh, this is awful. But it's August and we haven't had a bunch of 100-degree days, only a couple. It's been mostly in the low to mid 90s. And I know for some of you are thinking, oh my gosh, that's hot. But for Texas in August, not so bad. But anyway, this was on a deep clearance. It was like 70% off. And then, because it was at Kroger where my son works, we got an additional 15% off, which was nice. That's actually how we got these chairs a while back. A year or two ago, they were on deep clearance, and then we got the additional 15% off, so we hardly paid anything for them. That little planting table back there that my mother-in-law keeps her stuff on, that was originally a planting table, little planter table in my house. We have repurposed it by repainting it every few years and keeping it out here so that it continues to get use. Kind of goes the same for this. This was one my wife had on her balcony in her old apartment. And when she moved in, we didn't really have a cover for it out here. So it had developed some rust. We just repainted every so often. This time we repainted it to fit the cauldron that we have the fountain in, which, let me show you that. We need to clean out that thing so it'll start spraying again. It stopped a couple hours ago. That cauldron belonged to my daughter's great-great-grandparents. And it was just rusting. Her grandparents had given it to me years ago. I'd intended to use it for a planter and didn't. It mostly got used at Halloween to stick some dry ice in a bowl inside it and some glow sticks. That was my Halloween decor. I might do it again this year, but that'll be moving it out to the front yard again. But once again, those pots were all no-buy groups or clearance buys. Benifty multicolored ones. It's I forget the name of the type of pottery. It comes out of Mexico. Not only was it on clearance, but we got employee discounts because I got every last one of them at Kroger. And the terracotta ones all came from a no-buy group. Same for that one over there. I know it's in a weird spot and it's got grass growing around it, but there's a reason for it. Because this is where my original garden bed was, the dirt is a little higher than the patio, and it's causing the patio to flood a little bit every time it rains. So I'm slowly trying to dig it up, and my daughter stepped in the hole a few weeks back and sprained her ankle really badly. So the pot is down there to remind everyone I'm digging this space up. So, and it'll kind of slowly move out as we work on that. Of course, I've got my green stalks. I tried doing cheap soil in those, and it's just really not worked out for me. So I'm going to refresh some of these for this fall and replant because I've got plans for these things. I'm hoping they will thrive better come fall. I probably need to move this one. I see it's leaning a little bit. The other one seems to be fine. These chairs were also a clearance buy. We wanted them, and we just waited until they were a third of the original price before we were like, yeah, we're going to invest in that. The grow bags were purchased because, well, honestly, they're cheaper than pots. These big ones, and I needed a couple of really big pots. They're also easier to move, and because they're lighter and they have the handles, they're great. And then at the end of the season, I can clean them, fold them up, and put them in my garden bench. Once again, you can see some more of those cinder blocks that got repurposed. So they are now my potting bench. Here is the potting soil I made from my own compost. There's a little bit of molds growing on that, so I'm kind of hoping with the lid off of it, it does have a lid, will kind of help dry that out. I'll have to put it back on tomorrow because we're expecting rain next week. We're expecting more rain in August. This year has just been so weird. We've gotten rain and we've had temperatures that are like livable here in Texas. It's pretty amazing. Over here to my seed starting, I got these pots, I believe, on clearance at Walmart. Both of these. These trays are Bootstrap Farmer trays. I actually paid full price for. Almost a little ashamed to admit that. But all of these are little nursery pots that I got from no-buy groups. Maybe over time I'll buy something a little sturdier. But I've got enough of them that I've acquired through the no-buy groups that I'm doing okay right now. Now, I can only probably reuse them once or twice before they start falling apart. I've got a few that, like these here, got cracks in them. So one or two more uses before they hit the landfills or recycling. All the better. Some more estate sale tools. This pot was given to me from my daughter's grandfather when I was trying to learn propagation. I tried putting ginger in it. It drowned. It doesn't have enough openings. What we did for propagation is we put a little terracotta pot in the center and put water into that, and then we surrounded it with perlite and then stuck the rosemary in around it with hormone on it. And that's how we would start, how he taught me to start cuttings with the rosemary. Let's see, moving on again, we see some more of my Firehouse Subs things. I've got over here a container I've used to hold soil. This was what we had our cat litter in for a while, and before that it was a trash can that the dog could get into. So it just keeps, when it doesn't work for what we bought it for, we just repurpose it and we move on. Here's another one. This was purchased, and I was using it to hold cat food. We had this German Shepherd, Wolfie. He had found this 4-week-old kitten under our deck. And he loved this kitten. This was his baby. She could pick fights with other cats, and as soon as they got mad at her, he would come running to protect this kitten. He let her chew on him and sleep with him and everything. This was his baby. He would nudge this lid off so she could crawl in there and eat her fill of cat food. She turned into a little cannonball. So this got repurposed into the garden. And you see these little trellises with the birds on them? Those came from Aldi. They were like $3 or $4 a piece. So that was like one of those cheap buy things. But I think that's about all my like really frugal stuff. I mean, we've got growing from seeds instead of buying starts as often as I can. I'm saving seeds. Those zinnias were started from seeds that I had saved from last year. And the same goes for the Gaffrinia that you saw over by the apple tree. I am trying to save more seeds this year, although this year it's just the melons and the flowers and the okra. I've got too many varieties of tomatoes or peppers to try to have seeds and have them be what I want. So I was really excited about this leave a plant, take a plant thing. It's probably the most organized I've ever seen. We have the photo stations for what you bring and take. I took a few seeds and an aloe vera plant. And this is how, it's a huge area that has been dedicated to this. They have done a lot of reuse of stuff. You can see the shelves made with the cinder blocks, kind of like I've done my potting bench in my backyard. Using some pallets for decking, and they're doing all kinds of garden stuff for it. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I'm trying to moderate my expenses for the garden. And if you're enjoying seeing how my garden is growing and what I'm cooking, please like and subscribe. And thank you very much.